It's not fair. You can't identify people well. Even if you could identify the right house all the time, you would be having a form of collective punishment. But it's also skipping out all of the legal process that we ought to have. It is a massive sledgehammer to crack a nut, and we shouldn't be having it.
The Digital Economy Bill is a rash and ill-thought-out piece of legislation that was rushed through this Parliament against all the advice of the experts. The Green Party is particularly concerned about the disproportionality of this bill, those elements in particular that would see people punished for illegally downloading files without any real evidence that they were responsible for doing that.
There were a lot of powers in the bill which were granted to ministers to put into effect. And I think that they'll be very cautious, any government, about how they use those powers if the campaign continues to focus on what is happening.
The important thing, as I see it, is not to simply throw your hands up and say it's all hopeless, but to actually campaign now, to make a difference when the law is changed in the new parliamentary term, which it must be now, by law itself.
There were some really serious issues and they needed to be worked out, and what happened in Parliament was might over right.
Late on in the day, the voices of the many thousands of consumers and citizens in the UK did have their voice heard, and MPs now know there is a problem with the Digital Economy Act. However, their voices were drowned out by what was one of the biggest corporate lobbies I have seen as my time as an MP. The music and film industry must have thrown millions of pounds at this lobby campaign. You only win political battles if you come together and act collectively. So the most important thing I would say is join the Open Rights Group. That is the platform for which we are going to express the campaign for digital rights in Britain over the next few years.